spoke directly, and thus viewed as the first prophet of Islam. Muslims also see Adam as the first Muslim, as the Quran says that all the prophets preached the same faith of submission to God. Muhammad ibn Jarir al-Tabari, an early Islamic commentator on hadiths, wrote that when it came time to create Adam, God sent Gabriel, then Michael, to fetch clay from the earth, but the earth complained, saying, I take refuge in God from you, if you have come to diminish or deform me. So the angels returned empty-handed. God then uses Azrael, who brings clay from all regions. An explanation used for the variety of human races. Citation needed. According to Tabari, after receiving the breath of God, Adam remained a dry body for 40 days, then gradually came to life from the head downward. He came to life saying, all praise be to God, the Lord of all beings. Having been created, Adam, the first man, is given domination over all the lower creatures, which he proceeds to name after being taught by God. Abu Hurairah referred to a hadith of Muhammad where he reportedly said, God created Adam, making him 60 cubits tall, and any person who will enter paradise will resemble Adam, in appearance and figure. A popular Islamic belief is that people have been decreasing in stature since Adam's creation. There is an Islamic legend of a younger son of Adam, named Rokail, who created a palace and sepulchre containing autonomous statues that lived out the lives of men so realistically they were mistaken for having souls. Sin and death entered into the world, resulting in the fall of man and passing original sin on to all of his descendants. Adam's sin separated man from God, but Christ, who is sometimes referred to as the second Adam, atoned for the sins of the world through his sacrifice and thus reconciled man to God. Debate continues within Christian circles as to what degree Adam's sin affected humanity. Some Protestants, such as Calvinist, believe in original guilt, teaching that man shares in the same guilt as Adam. But both Catholics and Orthodox reject this, though there is disagreement among Catholics and Orthodox over the nature of sin. Adam. By Lucas Cranach the Elder, Irenaeus taught that Adam's sin had grave consequences for humanity, and that the fall of man was the source of human sinfulness, mortality and enslavement to sin, and that all human beings participate in his sin and share his guilt. Irenaeus promoted this concept in his struggle to counter the doctrines of Gnosticism. Subsequently, the doctrine of original sin was formalized by Irenaeus in the 2nd century. Augustine of Hippo furthered the teaching of original sin by concluding that Adam's sin is transmitted by concupiscence. This is the concept that sin is inherited, so that original sin is passed from parent to child, resulting in humanity becoming a massa damnata, mass of perdition, condemned crowd. By Adam and Eve's sexual reproduction, all their descendants now live in sin. Augustine also promoted the view that all of humanity was really present in Adam's guilt when he sinned, and therefore all descendant humans inherit that guilt. Rabbinic writings and the Dead Sea Scrolls. Adam is a perfect human before his exile from Eden, but is diminished in stature when exiled. A traditional Jewish belief is that after Adam died, he was buried in the cave of Machpelah in Hebron. According to some Jewish mystical traditions, the original glory of Adam can be regained through mystical contemplation of God. In Jewish folklore, Lilith is the name of Adam's first wife, who was created at the same time and from the same earth as Adam. She left Adam after she refused to become subservient to Adam and then would not return to the Garden of Eden after she mated with Archangel Samael. Her story was greatly developed during the Middle Ages, in the tradition of Agadic Midrashim, the Zohar and Jewish mysticism. 33. The resulting Lilith legend is still commonly used as source material in modern culture, literature, occultism, fantasy and horror. In the book Kav HaYashar, the author warns not to talk negatively about Adam. He writes that those who talk positively about Adam will be blessed with a long life. A similar warning can be found in the Zohar. Adam is mentioned once in the Guru Granth Sahib Bonang, Lim. 1161. This hymn describes the greatness of his God, that he has 7,000 angels, 125,000 prophets, etc., and that God lives in the seventh sky above earth.